Alright, before we begin this review, I wanted to point out that there is a bunch of clickbait YouTubers saying this is the next Cyberpunk, which is false. The only people saying this are the types that drive around in a Prius, spreading their own cheeks to get a fresh whiff of their own opinion. Don't get me wrong, this game has some issues, but by no means is the buggy mess Cyberpunk was. If Cyberpunk was a house at the time of release, it would have no running water and the power would randomly turn off. As for Dying Light 2, sometimes the toilet would back up, but you kind of expected it to because it was fajita night. The gameplay loop is interesting. Combat and parkour are separate skill trees. You gain experience in each of these trees respectively by fighting and jumping around like Super Mario and LSD. You gain a player level every time you unlock 6 skill points within the trees, regardless if you spend the points, you still level up. This in turn unlocks gear with the level to match. That can either be found or bought. Your health and stamina have their own leveling system that can be increased by finding inhibitors that can be found in special chests throughout the city. New blueprints can be bought at various craftmasters throughout the game. You can either scavenge or buy parts needed to craft blueprints. And you can level up your blueprints by killing infected, but only certain zombies drop the trophies that are required to upgrade your blueprints, which takes a ton. I often found myself initiating a chase just so I can farm the trophies I need, but doing this early can make you pretty OP. Okay, I think I'm done saying blueprints. The story is unremarkable. Halfway through the game I found myself skipping a lot of the dialogue. Very few characters stood out to me, and when they talked, it was like they were in love with their own voice. They just wouldn't shut up, and as soon as you start to get some character build up with the quest givers, you have a whole new set of people you're working with, which ultimately led me to care less. It was like going out and making new friends once a week, but you stop talking to your old ones. But I didn't buy this game for the story, and I don't think a lot of people did or are going to. If you want to run around and do parkour and kick a zombie or two off a roof, then by all means this is your jam. The human enemies sounded like drunken high schoolers just wanting to pick fights because they have insecurity issues with their small penises. The only thing that the human enemies are lacking in this are lifted trucks. Just go ahead, devs, just give them to them already to complete the package. Combat feels pretty fluid with either the blocking or damaging attacks, but most fights can be ended easily just by strafing to the opponent's back or side. This will allow you to go full R. Kelly mode on them. Seriously, once you master this, you'll just piss on everything you encounter. Even boss enemies, with no worry of court dates after. What makes the game difficult is the sheer number of enemies you'll face. Unless you're in a level 3 chase and above, you don't have to worry much of any threat in this game. If you like this review, remember to hit that like button to show the algorithm who's boss. You can also subscribe to my channel, and remember to leave a comment below. I think that's about it, guys. Take it easy. Bye!